substitute and indeed scored in Croatia on Thursday, is in the starting lineup. John Moncur and Paolo Wanchope, who were both rested, return to the first team. Ahead of David Seaman, both the long-serving fullbacks, Dixon and Winterburn, are both rested, which gives an opportunity to the Ukrainian Oleg Luzhny and the Brazilian Silvinho. Dennis Bergkamp, Thierry Henry and Davor Suker are all chosen, as is the Swede, Fredrik Ljungberg. And everyone will be hoping that he comes through the match unscathed. Mike Reid, who was the fourth official at Villa Park yesterday, with a watching brief. I wonder what he thought. He's the man in charge here. Arsenal playing in yellow. And the first attack is ended by Lomas, having been started by Henry. Tony Adams moving right up onto the line. Two newcomers both getting an early feel of the ball. Relative newcomers. Oh, what a good first touch from Di Canio. Sinclair and Lampard together, all a bit crowded. Grimandi ended it. Adams. Here's Silvinho. Came from Corinthians in Brazil. Grimandi, the Frenchman, to the Dutchman, to the man from Ukraine, Luzhny. Ljungberg. We offered an opportunity for a challenge, it didn't come, but no problems for Shaka Hislop, about which the man sitting alongside me, Happy Hammer himself, will probably be quite pleased, though today to have a rookie, I'm sure, will be totally unbiased.
Totally impartial, I have to say.
Here's Di Canio. Quickly at him. Away by Red Boots. Martin Keown. Here's Lomas. Henry. Bit of a hole down the middle. Bergkamp to his right. Well, you might say ambitious, you might say foolhardy from that range.
Well, he's quick, so no change down the left, whether it's Overmars or Henry. They both like to run at defenders. Hitting plenty of those in practice at the kickabout before the game, Henry.
Back to the live pictures and the free kick. Product Di Canio and Lampard. Wanchope poised on the far post. And now making the early run. And he went the other side and wasn't too far away. Well, Paul de Zola impudent last week. That was certainly a moment that David Seaman was a bit worried about.
Not surprised he was worried. It was a dreadful wall by Arsenal. They started off with 1-2, and then they were pulled apart. They tried to get the three together. It went right between we can't call it a wall because it was non-existent, and very close to that post. It was quite funny because Frank Lampard wanted to take it, and he was telling Di Canio, hold it, I take these from here. And Di Canio, I think London derby and with the atmosphere, said no, I think seniority took preference, and he nearly capitalised on it with a goal.
That's a good run by Chouquet. Slightly fortunate in the save, Shaka Hislop. But certainly the pass beat an awful lot of players. And the second opportunity that Chouquet wasn't able to take. Adams. Challenged by Foe. And a good collection after it came back off the heels of Lampard, and a good ball too which tested Luzhny. Di Canio gets possession. Here's one job. Poor touch by the Costa Rican. Okay. One job. Good muscle trap, stomach trap. Di Canio. Still. Lampard right side, one chop ahead. Di Canio still going amazingly. And here's Sinclair. And the first test for David Seaman, the ball still in play. And it's in. And I suspect that while Di Canio takes all the applause, that it may well have got a slight touch off the defender, but Di Canio amazingly took on the world and his wife and found the way home.
Well, it was full justice that he was the one to put the ball in the net, Di Canio, because look at this run. I mean, it's a bit outrageous. Tries a little nutmeg here through Silvinho. Gets a little good ricochet here because he tried to nutmeg Tony Adams as well. And it broke then for Sinclair. And then really, it was a good knockback by Sinclair. Wanchop got a touch, and in the end, the toe-ender by Di Canio. Wonderful individual skill. Conjures up a goal out of nothing.
Silvinho wide left. Vieira, that's where it's coming. Grimandi. Two have been left up for West Ham. Silvinho doing well again. Tried to flick it through with his left and very nearly succeeded. And Chuker is wide with his right.
No wonder he looks in anguish there. If it had been on the left, it would have been 1-1, definitely. Silvinho, wonderful bit of individual skill. Went past two West Ham players. Tried to thread it through to Bergkamp. The ricochet then bounced off Bergkamp into the path of Suka, and he dragged it with his right foot. Really did sit up sweetly to hit. Well wide.
Henry turns beautifully away and serves Silvinho well. Corner off Lomas. He's had a pretty torrid time, but credit to him, he's stuck to his guns. Whistle is blown, and West Ham lead by the only goal. An amazing run by Di Canio, in which he got the final touch. Against the balance of play, Arsenal have had far more of it and have had opportunities that haven't been taken. Half-time, West Ham United 1, Arsenal 0. Last time that Arsenal were beaten here, one of the goals was scored by an old Arsenal favourite, now back there with the club on the youth side, Liam Brady. You've got to go back to April 1987. Tony Cottee got the other two goals for West Ham. Last 9 visits have produced 7 wins and 2 draws for Arsenal. A few more thoughtful coaches around than Arsene Wenger. Not many people, when he first came, realised what a jewel the Arsenal board had found in appointing him. Early free kick in the second half for West Ham, taken by Lampard. Oh, and a little spin turn with the ball by England's goalkeeper. He's going to have to fight to get his place back, though, from Nigel Martin. Whoops, thank you very much, it's mine. Berg, Bergkamp. He's got through, Bergkamp. Oh! Arsenal so unlucky. after the work by Bergkamp, and Schuker just failing to get a touch. He's the player at the top of the picture. Might have gone down there. Potts might have been in trouble if he had. And Schuker, still not his day. This is Sinclair. Bit of a spoon cross. An unfortunate slip. And Lampard, in a different fashion, is also unfortunate.
Silvino was a great layoff, wasn't it, for Frank Lampard? Look, he looks as if he's going to head it and then just lobs it up in the air. Tight angle, dragged across the face of the goal.
Zillian shaking his head, the assistant referee on that side made clear that there was not a foul challenge. And a card is shown to Martin Keown, presumably for some observation made about the fact that no free kick was given there against Lampard. It's the stupidest way to have a yellow card against your name. Vieira looks down, and something pretty close to disgust. But Vieira is shown the card.
I've got to say that's another bad decision. Di Canio had lost the ball. Look, he knocks it too far there. He's never going to get it. And Vieira pulled out the challenge, and I think he just rolled over, got the free kick, but he's also got a yellow card from Vieira.
And here's Lampard. Side foot of some power, but hit Grimandi. No free kick given.
There's a passionate air and a bubbles, the West Ham theme song. I made sure I didn't join in on that moment.
Bergkamp. Bergkamp again is offside. He's offside.
A good little knock initially, just offside perhaps when that second touch was made. It was very close.
What a lovely touch to finish, but unfortunately for him and for Arsenal it doesn't count. Very tight. Bouchny. Oh, he wanted it earlier and more down the middle. Boe in trouble, that's a foul. Just did a bit of pulling and another yellow card. 6 yellow cards. Bergkamp with a free kick. Off the head of Lomas. Clearance by Lampard. Yellow card total is now 7. Which takes it to 23 for Mike Reid this season. And here's a chance for Schuker. Well, he cut down his angle because he went on the left again. But that's no great surprise. Beautiful play to Canio! Out of nothing. But utterly superb. Look at this. Away from Keown. Superb goal. And so against the run of play, it is not true. But West Ham United lead by 2 goals to 0. Good cross. Good header out too by Sinclair. Overmars. Lomas. Schuker. Mistake by Steve Lomas. If you're going to head it in your own 6-yard box and you're facing towards your own goal, Trevor, it's got to go over the crossbar, is it not?
Not sure he had to touch this at all. Was there a danger behind him when the ball comes over? Overmars crosses it. I don't think Bergkamp was going to get there, was he? And you don't then head it back into the farther. Souquet this time did get one on his left foot, still hit it with the outside and tucked it away well. But I mean, that's just an area you can't afford defensively to put the ball.
Oh! That's a foul by Vieira. And this time the red card is shown. It was almost inevitable that somebody would go. Oh dear. And now others getting involved. And Grimandi doing a good job for his teammate here. And one or two players should be ashamed of themselves by their attitude just to make a bad situation even worse. There's a deal of pouring oil on troubled waters here. And Vieira, absolutely furious, is dismissed for a second yellow card. And this is why, and there's no doubt that the referee was quite within his rights to show the second yellow card. Canio trying to take advantage of a header that went the wrong way from Ljungberg. On another afternoon, Souquet would have walked away with the match ball. He certainly had an opportunity to score. Bergkamp, good save. Really came forward well. Did Xhaka Hislop. Held his ground. Ball didn't make him stretch as much as Bergkamp would have wished, but even so, a good stop by the West Ham keeper. And here is Sinclair. Overmars back to him. Keeping possession, the name of the game for West Ham. They've got 2 minutes of stoppage time left. And here's Kanu. A little nick from Ruddock as he went by. Touch of the razor. Free kick against Foe. And he's shown the yellow card in red. Second red card for 2 yellow. Challenge from behind. And the referee's reaction was immediate. Unfortunately, the reaction of the player going off rather better than that of Vieira.
I have to say that he did come through Bergkamp, and you know, with 1 yellow card, that is an automatic second. So, well, a bit more space on the pitch now.
Silvino to take. We're into the last minute. Comes back off the wall, which Souquet obviously didn't feel was far enough back. And Keown and Ruddock exchanging words on the edge of the 18-yard area. Handball by Grimandi.
I hope these two don't draw each other in a cup game. I think they need a bit of breathing space before they meet. But frustration for Arsenal, because actually they've played very well overall. They've created chances, but they haven't converted them into goals, only just the one. And of course they've had to deal with Paolo Di Canio, who's been quite inspirational. Wonderful individual performance, which seems as if it might give West Ham 3 points, but they're still got into the last minute.
Kanu! And probably the last chance for Arsenal has gone. Crowd desperate, the home supporters, for the final whistle. And here it comes. Well, it's tempting to say Paolo Di Canio 2, Arsenal 1. But that would be a little simplistic. There's been so much in this match. It's been so heated for so long. Tony Adams leading by example there, coming to the referee. So many bookings, 2 sendings off as a result of a double yellow card. Bergkamp, Wantrop, Lomas, Keown, Vieira, Boe, Henry, Grimondi and Simac all booked, with Boe and Vieira picking up the second yellow card and thereby a red. Shaka Hislop with some fine saves when it mattered most. West Ham defending valiantly. As Trevor Brooking said, Arsenal playing well, but not being able to find the finish on this day, which has undoubtedly belonged most to Paolo Di Canio. West Ham United 2, Arsenal 1, and Arsenal's run at Upton Park comes to an end.
Some game.
Yeah, it was a tremendous game, and to beat Arsenal is always a bit special because they're not an easy team. They're a fantastic side, not an easy team to beat, and the last couple of years they give us a few beltings, you know, and to come here and play so well today on the back of a tough trip on Thursday was a great result for us.
Can I put you in the other dressing room for a moment? Would you be wondering how on earth did we lose that?
Not really, no. I mean, I thought we battled and we worked and we...
I'm talking about the chances they had, Harry. I'm not...
There's some good chances, but, you know, no, they're always going to get chances with the quality of players they've got, but, you know, we had more chances. We could have scored 4 or 5 at Coventry, and we didn't score. We got beat 1-0 and got no points, and today we got 3 points, and that's... I felt we deserved it.
What were you thinking as the number of yellow cards increased?
I think some were deserved and some not, and in some cases the referee was not helped because, for example, the second yellow card of Patrick Vieira is ridiculous because Di Canio had a great game today, but he dived, didn't touch him, it was just in front of the bench, and I was very disappointed by his behaviour.
Some game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, they got some quality players. I mean, we went 2-0 on. They brought the quick boys on and really went for it, which we expected. But backs against the wall, I think we dug in there and you know, we won it, which very happy in the dressing room anyway.
Arsene, can I ask you about the reaction afterwards once the red card had been shown to Patrick Vieira? What, in your opinion, happened both there and in the tunnel?
I don't know.
There have been accusations that players spat at each other, and clearly there was a bit of a schmozzle around the incident.
I hope not, because that would be very nice. And I think, of course, there was a lot of people moving around. It is always very difficult to see from the dugout, but you can sit next to me in the dugout. It's very difficult to see if players spit or not.
But there is a possibility of action being taken because Patrick Vieira got very upset when he came off. I mean, there are stories that he swung his arm at a policeman.
I don't know about that. I just think the action will be taken about the fact that he didn't deserve to be sent off and that the referee has been cheated.
But Patrick Vieira could be in further trouble. He'll be reported to the FA by the police following an incident in the Upton Park tunnel. The report follows alleged threatening behaviour by the midfielder towards a male police officer after Vieira was sent off in the 84th minute. A police spokesman said a senior police officer will compile a report and submit it to the FA. Looks like Monsieur Vieira could be in a spot of bother, Alan.
Well, he will be in the headlines, will be in the papers tomorrow all about him, and I think that's disappointing for the game of football because it was an absolutely terrific game. There was great play. Bergkamp at his peak, Di Canio at his peak. It was absolutely sensational, and some great defending. West Ham dug in great, and I think a draw would have been a fair result, but credit to West Ham, they were terrific.
Having said that, 9 yellow cards, 2 red cards. We had similar matches yesterday. What's going on?
Well, I think that the game has a problem or two. I mean, the stakes are definitely higher and the game's quicker. Players haven't got time to think whatsoever. I think the problem basically lies with the referees. Are they refereeing to the letter of the law, or is it common sense? Nobody knows. It's complete uncertainty. Some weeks you'll get a yellow card for an incident, next week it'll be red, the next week it'll be nothing. The players have also got a problem. I'm not blaming the foreigners in particular, but it's a foreign trait that when a player goes down now, he's rolling over, you're getting theatricals, you're getting Oscar-winning performances for basically nondescript tackles. And I don't know, there's more questions than answers, there always is. I mean, and that game today was spoiled. It was a great game of football, but we're going to analyse 2 sets of tackles, and I don't think there's much difference in the 2 sets of tackles here. This is Patrick Vieira, right? Was this a booking? Di Canio, good skill. He loses it, foot comes out. I don't think that was a booking. But I think this was definitely a booking. You watch this in Lomas, little tussle here, flings the elbow. That's a definite.
But didn't get one.
But didn't get one. Is this a booking? I think this is clumsy. We've got one yellow card. That's a maybe. But he's off the pitch, whereas John Moncur, Raimondi comes at the back as a little go at him here. Another little go, but watch the elbow come out here. Flings the elbow, that's definitely a booking. Then he goes flying in this challenge. Is this a booking? Watch this. I'll tell you what, that's a maybe, isn't it?
Looking listed.
Well, and then he has, you know, on Vieira. I've seen a yellow card given for that as well. And that's what I'm saying, one off, one on.
Inconsistent.
So where do you go? I mean, there's too many good games of football getting spoiled with too many yellow cards and red cards.
Might have been a degree of provocation for Patrick Vieira, but surely his reaction to the red card was inexcusable.
Absolutely scandalous, diabolical, and there's no excuse for this in the game of football whatsoever. I mean, he's been sent off maybe in just, but you watch that there in Ruddock. I mean, it's like, no, they'll throw the book at him.
Now, on the football front, we saw a delightful performance from Paolo Di Canio, didn't we?
Well, I mean, he scores 2 magnificent goals, and you've got to remember again, he's doing it against class defenders, but his general play was absolutely outstanding, really is. I mean, for the neutral to watch this type of performance, he's got so much vision and awareness as well as the quick feet. He gets it here, now watch your head. The head comes up because he wants to know what's run about him. And then plays a good ball into Lampard, good cross, and they should have done better. This individual skill is absolutely phenomenal. Back to goal, strong challenge comes in, he's going nowhere, and look at this. Oh, brilliant. And then, against Tony Adams, gets a lucky break here, makes the most of it. Great shot, great save. And I tell you what did they buy him for? An absolute snip. You know, a few people raised their eyebrows when Harry Redknapp bought him, but I tell you what, fantastic quality.
About Arsenal, they had an unfamiliar look about their back four. Did we have a little glimpse into the future?
I like the left back, Silvino. He was great going forward and had one fantastic tackle in Di Canio. When he picks up here, this is defence into attack. Good first touch here. Adams plays the ball into his feet. There you go. Over the top, and then bust forward, and then got on his left foot. Great ball in. Comes to Suker, and he should have buried that. And then here, what about this for a tackle? He does well here initially not to bring Di Canio down. Gets out of the way, and then this is time to absolute perfection. Hey, not bad for a Brazilian, eh?
Well, that's what we know for Brazilians for, isn't it, defending?
Well, obviously.
Great game, 2 great sides, but I'm not sure it'll be the football that hits the back pages tomorrow.
Arsene Wenger resisted the temptation to play 16-year-old Jermaine Pennant from the start. Kanu, though, made his presence felt as he broke Preston's stubborn resistance after half an hour with a marvellous solo goal. The visitors hadn't been beaten on their league travels, but Kanu had his own agenda, simply unstoppable. Jonathan Mackin made a game of it with a stunning equaliser before half-time. David Seaman had ventured just off his goal line, and Mackin judged his finish to perfection. Lee Cartwright set up the opportunity. Mackin's finish was of the highest quality. German midfielder Stefan Moltz, a summer signing from Munich 1860, marked his debut with a winning goal. The £650,000 fee looks money well spent on this evidence and illustrates the strength in depth in the Gunners' first-team squad.